Hello student, today we are going to learn about the rise of Marathas and their important role in Indian history. In this chapter, we will understand how the Marathas become powerful and leadership of great rulers like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and how they challenge mighty empires. So student, let's learn this inspiring story in simple and animation with interesting way.
The Marathas were a people of the Deccan Plateau, mainly from present day Maharashtra, united by their Marathi language, strong cultural traditions, and the powerful Bhakti movement led by saints like Dhyaneshwar, Tukaram, Namdev, and Ramdas. Their devotional poetry, emphasis on equality, and understanding of social issues created a strong cultural foundation that later enabled political unity. Although earlier Maratha chiefs tried to assert independence, their efforts succeeded only when Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj emerged in the 17th century as a visionary leader. Born in 1630, Shivaji grew up in Pune under the guidance of his mother, Jijabai, and loyal administrators. Witnessing the hardships caused by constant battles among the Deccan sultanates. Beginning at age 16, he captured forts, strengthened local administration, and dreamt of establishing Swarajya, self rule based on justice, protection, and cultural pride. His military brilliance lay in the use of guerrilla warfare, small and swift attacks using knowledge of local terrain. His iconic victory over Afzal Khan at Pratapgarh and daring raids such as the attack on Shaista Khan's camp showcased his tactical genius. His sacking of Surat struck a blow to Mughal prestige, provoking Aurangzeb to take him seriously. Shivaji also understood the importance of coastal security. He built one of India's first important naval forces, complete with sea forts like Sindhudurg, to challenge foreign powers such as the Portuguese and English. After escaping Aurangzeb's house arrest at Agra in a clever disguise, Shivaji crowned himself Chhatrapati at Raigad in 1674, marking the formal birth of the Maratha Empire. In his final years, he expanded southwards, gaining strategic depth against Mughal attacks. After Shivaji's death, his son Sambhaji confronted Aurangzeb, who personally moved to the Deccan and captured Sambhaji, later executing him brutally. Sambhaji's death enraged the Marathas, who regrouped under Rajaram and later Rajaram's wife, Tarabai, one of the greatest warrior queens in Indian history. For nearly 3 decades, Aurangzeb fought but failed to crush Maratha resistance. His death left the Mughal Empire exhausted, while the Marathas rose more powerful than ever. In the 18th century, the Marathas transformed from a centralized kingdom into a vast confederacy, with the Peshwas, prime ministers, becoming the real political leaders. Under Peshwa Bajirao I, one of India's greatest military commanders, the Marathas expanded rapidly across the subcontinent. By the mid 1700s, they controlled large parts of central, northern, and eastern India, even reaching Delhi, Lahore, Attock, and Peshawar. Leaders like Mahaji Shinde and Nana Fadnavis maintained Maratha influence and even attempted alliances against the British. Though the Marathas suffered a major defeat at the Third Battle of Panipat, 1761, they quickly recovered. Ultimately, however, internal divisions and the superior organization of the British led to their defeat in the three Anglo Maratha Wars, 1775 to 1818. In reality, the British gained control over India more from the Marathas than from the Mughals. The Marathas created a unique model of administration. Shivaji abolished hereditary posts, paid officials directly from the treasury, and set up an 8 minister council, Ashtapradhan. His strict rules protected common people, forests, and crops. The Marathas collected chaut and Sadeshmukhi taxes from regions they protected but did not directly control. Militarily, they built a robust system of infantry, cavalry, and one of India's strongest navies. Forts were the backbone of Maratha defense, allowing them to withstand long sieges. Leaders like Kanhoji Angre challenged European naval dominance, forcing Europeans to negotiate with Marathas. Culturally, the Marathas sparked a revival of Indian traditions. Shivaji promoted Marathi and Sanskrit, rebuilt temples, and encouraged literature and local arts. Women warriors like Tarabai and trailblazing rulers like Ahilyabai Holkar played extraordinary roles in governance and culture. The Thanjavur Marathas contributed to Carnatic music, Bharatanatyam, literature, and early printing. The Maratha Empire left a lasting legacy: military courage, cultural renewal, administrative innovation, and a powerful reminder that Indian powers could challenge mighty empires and shape national destiny.
Hello student, this story of the Marathas teaches us about courage, unity and strong leadership. So student, now you can see the questions on your screen and try to answer them in the comment section. First question, how did the Bhakti movement help in the rise of the Marathas? Next question, what was the main aim of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in establishing Swarajya? Next question, who were the Peshwas and what role did they play in the Maratha Empire? Again, next question, what were the main reasons for the decline of the Maratha power? Now, last question, name any two important Maratha leaders after Shivaji. So student, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next chapter summary. Thank you.